Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome here to the Collie Speedway for the Speedway Sedans Australian production sedan title. The cars now coming out on track for the Grand Parade, headed up by three state champions. Matt Noak from Western Australia. In the middle, Christian Walker from Queensland and Darren Pumper from Victoria. The three state champions, and behind them 67 other drivers from around Australia, as we have a field of 70 for the Australian title of 2013 here at the Collie Speedway. Coming out after that, we've got the Penn family. We've got Nathan Penn, we've got Murray Penn, we've also got Greg Squants in car number 26. Car number 4, Adam Wilson from South Australia is the next car through. Ashley Page in car number 56. Bo Riley in car number 40 from Collie. Mick Murray's favourite driver, car number 54, Graham Rafferty. Greg Avens back there in 11, the 12 car, Rod Massara, 181, Barry Rose. There's Deb Hall and Jess Hall from Geraldton, Ricky Nuccini in 41, Tim Morn in car number 19. They're all bound for glory. This time, tomorrow night, we'll have the second and final night and a 40-lap final to round out proceedings. Second row now coming through. We've got Darren Pumper on the front line with Christian Walker and also Matt Noakes in the 21. The three state champions. There's Andrew Jensen coming through to start the second line in car number 35. Wayne Thompson from Bunbury in car number 15. Dwayne Mayer in car number 25, Sam Waitman in car number 33, Jared Sutton in car number 75 coming through now. The 88 is Shane Britton. Very potent Sigma, that one. Won a state title in this category when driven by Casey Pake a couple of years ago now. 31, Kane McDermott. 7, Kobe Stevens, the young lady driver in the yellow Sigma, set the quickest time last night with a 21.055. There's Michael Hammond in 47. Fish Talender in car 72. DJ Darren Johnson in the 17 car set a quick time last night in practice session 17. David Lowe in car number 51. Mitch Haid in 68. 77 is Trevor Watson. Brendan Crocker in car 76, the 73 car then is Glenn Hoskins. Matt Oreos to start the third line in car number 71. Also out there is Matt Lahulia from Kalgoorlie in the little black Tirana. Dave Dukas ahead of him. And now the third line coming through. The Queen of Morawar coming through, Shirley Katona with the two Aussie flags. Warren Flavel in 112 is after that. Then we got Wayne Bird. Travis Castagna in car 2. Back then to Kevin Brewster in the 44 car, 82 of Matamato. Jamie Brax in car number 5 is back out there after having a bit of an incident last night. Then we've got 61 of Ron Belfield. Frank Packer's out there, Neil Keldoulis, a couple of the Queensland cars. Damon Trouchet in car number 34. And we can always tell when the parade is just about all the cars are out because Gary Sutton is always last, and I haven't seen him come out yet. There's a couple more stragglers through. That's Kevin Park in car number 3. And here we are, right on cue. Car number 18 of Gary Sutton. He's always last, one out, so that's always our indicator that they're all out there. 70 cars, ladies and gentlemen. All about to go around for 18 qualifying heats tonight and 6 qualifying heats tomorrow night before the 40-lap final. Before we get underway, how about putting your hands together for all of them from around Australia who've made the journey here to the Collie Speedway. Great crowd in for a Friday, and we've just finished work. Before we get underway with the national anthem, we've got a special guest here, the MLA for Collie, Mick Murray, who's got is going to actually open the race meeting and also has a special presentation. And it's good to have you here, Mick, and it's good to see you actually sponsoring a Speedway car too. Graham Rafferty's up there on the 3rd row, gets the thumbs up. It's good to have you here.
Thank you, and thank you for the invitation tonight. What a sensational sight, and even long time since I've been out here to be in a car or on a motorbike, but it certainly gives me a thrill just to be looking.
Well, you're going to open the meeting first of all. We'll get you to do that, and then you've got a special presentation to make as well, which is fantastic.
Well, firstly, to all people here tonight, welcome, and to all the drivers that have travelled from across Australia, and there's quite a variety of that. Thank you very much for making the effort. Without your efforts as well, the sport would be a lot lesser than what we would normally have. To the local drivers, best wishes, and to all competitors, best wishes tonight. But I do take my hat off to the people of Collie and the Collie Speedway community. This is a special event, a very special event run by volunteers. To those people, thank you. Without your help, without your volunteering, we wouldn't have this event. So thanks a lot to that. And now it's for other people that have come along tonight and travelled from up the hill or down the hill or across the hill, it doesn't make much difference. Get involved, cheer very loudly for your car, but the one with Mick Murray on the side, make sure you give him a bit of a clear run through there, and I've already paid the steward, so that's okay. But honestly, to all competitors, all the best tonight, and may you have safe racing and take home a few prizes as well. So it's now my pleasure to open the Speedway Sedans Australia, Australian Production and Sedan Title 2013. All the best competitors. I'll move straight on, otherwise I'll be holding you guys up and boring you madly. But as you see on the sign on the other side, 41 years that we've done us proud. Last year was the 40th year of the Collie Speedway, and very proud to say that. In the earlier times I'd done a few laps around here as well, but it was a special year, and I was able to make a speech in Parliament, and there was 3 guys in particular that have been here for the whole time and worked their way through as competitors and then as volunteers, and they are Tony Briggs, Graham Crowe and Graham Geneve. I wish to give them a copy of that speech and also one to hang on the wall in the club rooms there tonight, because it now is in the annals of Parliament that 40 years continuous of Collie Speedway, now 41. Well done, Collie Speedway, and it's now my pleasure to call Tony Briggs forward, Graham Geneve, and Graham Crowe, and one for the club, and just say a special thanks for the work even this week as well as what you've done over 40 years. Thank you very much, guys. Tremendous. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Mick, and on behalf of the members, I'd like to thank you especially for being here with us tonight. I know that you love to see some of our Speedway from time to time. It's fantastic, and all the best in the upcoming elections, Mick, and we look forward to that. On behalf of Graham and Graham, a big thank you, guys. And thank you to everyone else for the support that you give. Graham Geneve has been doing the track work now for quite a few years. Before that, we had various people doing it. Bobby Fitzgerald is one. Some have come and some have gone, but Graham's been doing a fantastic job now over quite a few years. Graham Crowe is always here. Both are on our management committee. We've got a fantastic management committee who do a lot of work for our club. We've got a lot of members who do a lot of work for our club, and I thank them all for all the work that they've put in, especially getting the venue ready for this weekend. And makes you proud.
Thanks very much, Tony. And without any further ado, it's just about 6 o'clock, right on schedule. We now welcome to the microphone Rhiannon Gale, We'd like you now upstanding, please, for the national anthem.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and willful toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gift of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
Thanks very much, Rhiannon, and I can guarantee that was not Beyonce doing some sort of mime, that was live. Well done, Rhiannon. And now those famous words to get us underway, the Grand Parade. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. They'll now do a couple of laps around the Collie Speedway. We're about 10 minutes away from the first heat in anger. Over 12 laps, 18 qualifying heats in the Speedway Sedans Australia Australian Production Sedan Championship. Morgan Melvin joining me in commentary tonight, and on the infield we'll have Warren Jones doing all the interviews. Tony Briggs behind the camera as we get ourselves ready. Warren, take it away. It's going to be a fantastic 2 nights.
It's going to be awesome. I've waited the whole season to get into this, and with 70 cars out there in the field. Practice last night was fantastic. First ever female with the fastest time in the national in the production national title with Cody Stevens. I think it was a time of 21.055. So let's all look out for Cody tonight, and good luck to all drivers. The sun's been shining. I think we got about 37 degrees here in Collie today, and it's going to be a beautiful night. Beautiful night. The wind's not blowing, so the track will stay absolutely perfect. The cars will be set off on the Grand Parade in a minute. Cheer. If you're in your car, beat your horn. Do what has to be done. Cheer for your car.
So as they head around the Collie Speedway for the first of the parade laps, headed up by the 3 state championships. In car number 43, the current Victorian champion of Darren Pumper. In the middle, the Queensland state champion, Kristen Walker, in car number 37. And the West Australian champion in car number 21, the Mitsubishi Sigma, is Matthew Noakes. And we've also got, to our privileges here in the commentary box, the Coates Hire track cam.
Fence cam.
Looks fantastic.
It's not flycopter or skycopter or whatever they call it in the cricket. We've got our own sky cam. We've got fence cam. Down there in front of the bar. Some people down there in front of the bar going for Tomo. They've got their signs up. They're all clapping and cheering, which is fantastic. Glorious afternoon here. Not a cloud in the sky. And a very good crowd on hand for a Friday afternoon. 6 o'clock local time.
Have a look at car number 16 when it comes around. It's got to be a first I've ever seen it, but there's a dog riding in the car, going for a ride in the car. Hopefully it's got a lead on, but that's the first for me.
Well, they're not quite in 3 wide formation. The first 2 rows are. They should really take a leaf out of the juniors book from a couple of weeks ago at Mackay. But they're not doing too bad a job. So the 3 state champions lead them into the main straight. Matt Noakes from WA on the outside, Christian Walker in the middle, and Darren Pumper on the inside. They are the 3 state champions. Matt Oreo, row number 2 with Andrew Jensen. Also Nathan Penn in car 57. He finished 3rd in this event a couple of years ago. There's Tomo, car 15. Antonia, great moment there to start off with the MLA giving us the words from Parliament.
Certainly was, Jason. And I tell you, we've got 2 competitors out there. I've written about them in the program. Ronnie Belfield and Stephen Laidlaw, both fantastic guys, fantastic race car drivers. And both of them, Jason, sitting on 2 national championships at the moment. Can one of them win a 3rd?
Well, it'll be interesting to see what actually happens. There's got Kay McDermott down here taking photos from his car.
Right, okay.
He's going around in the parade. There's Barry Rose, who's going to be extremely hard to beat in 181. And right beside him, the 12 car Rod Massara also is going to be hard to beat. And behind him, if you weren't here last night, ladies and gentlemen, the 7 car of Kobe Stevens, the yellow Sigma going into turn 1, was the quickest car on track with a 21.055. BK Commodore. And back to Reno Prunster, who is the second last car, and Damon Truchet at the back. Fence cam's taken a fall, so we'll get fence cam back up and running. So they'll come around, they'll go off this time. The inside row will go back to the pits. If you're wondering who's in the first heat, Stacey Bevan in car 9, Nathan Penn in 57, Merv Penn in 32, Christian Walker in 37, Warren Flavel in 112, 14 Alex Williams, Greg Squants in 26, Jess Hall in 29, Matt Oreo in 71, Phil Rose in 6, Glenn Hoskins and Nicholas Marshall. They'll be your starters in the opening exchange over 12 laps. As we mentioned, the first row of cars about to go back to the pit enclosure and get ready